the zoom out. It's not even the jam out anymore. The
That was that was really awesome.
well, cool. Hey, I just wanted to say a genuine thanks to you guys for just keeping this boat steering away from the Titanic. Keep an eye on the prize, the goal, the vision. It's been such a cool project to be a part of, and I feel like we're learning so much, around the technical aspect of all of this.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, virtual land, three different places of recording and blah blah blah. But I mean, recording in my home studio to put on the album, like what a cool thing.
Yeah,
That's
And,
for
awesome.
sure.
but yeah, thank you guys for 20 years in the making, and that's what we get to talk about today. So
Glad you're here, homie.
yeah, with that kind of setting the stage for a little bit of what we're gonna get done today is Christmas Day. The brothers Eckart released its latest project, Gleam, right? Christmas
Christmas
Day?
Eve day.
Christmas Eve Day, that's right.
Yep.
Um, and, I think what a journey it's been. And that's from the little I know. And I think what we want to do today is kind of flesh out, in more detail about these songs and how they, got to where they're at, where they began, who along the way helped, keep the train on the track, so to speak. So, uh, with that, I want to open it up to you guys with any opening remarks and thoughts before we dig in to the first few songs.
It's been a trip. 20 years. It's been a trip for sure. I think the first song on the album, Lions, that Andrew's gonna knock out here is it's the perfect first song. It absolutely is. We have tons of them, but this is one that we've been really excited about for a really long time. That me moving away 10 years ago and keeping this song stuff and relationship and connection on this level together has been pretty special and pretty awesome, just kind of regardless. So I don't know, Andrew, you can take it from here, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. When I was going through the notes of what we were going to talk about, I don't remember when the song was written, but I know it was a long time ago, and it started out one way, and kind of ended up in a different way. It sort of
Yep.
ended up a lot different than the way we started it, which a lot of our songs did.
Most good
20
songs,
years. What's that?
most good songs end up like, that's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
process.
20,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, 20 years of evolution and growth, as writers and musicians, and then we've come into contact with people like you who have been in our life for a long time, and everybody on the album. I mean, there's like 15 friends on
Something like
this
that.
album, so
Great lineup, man.
yeah. So what we'll do, just so everybody knows, is we'll pick one song each week, and we're going to talk about it, um, sort of what the song meant to us, when we wrote it, where we were, pick out some favorite lyrics or something that means something special to us, and then we'll play the song at the end and make sure we post to Spotify and YouTube, and um, yeah, we'll do that for all 10 songs, and then of course remind everybody that there's two more albums in the making,
Working.
and some side projects that we're playing with that we're
Saeed.
having a lot of fun with. So yeah, I don't know when Lions was written. Over 10 years ago. I
Oh yeah.
think Mark was living, I want to say, in Benson, in Omaha.
Yes. Yep.
And the song started out really kind of sad, much slower tempo. I'm notorious for writing slow tempos, especially if you give me whiskey, then it goes like half tempo.
Like 60 beats per minute.
Yeah. Mark hates it.
That is-
and and Mark triples his tempo, so he just goes to 120 or 300 or something. So it's really tough for us to mesh when it comes to whiskey. Um, but the song, I was really into Tracy Chapman, so you can hear that like the line, "I need some rest, a place to sleep." Like that's just such a Tracy Chapman touch to it.
Totally is.
it's kind
So you
of
can,
time stamped into the song.
yeah, totally,
When it's written.
yeah,
So whenever, what is that, 94, 95?
right. Right. I know Mark wrote the second verse, and there's actually a third verse written to this that we didn't end up putting in the album because it was already like 5.5 minutes long or something with the guitar solos. So there is actually a third verse to this song. So maybe live versions we pull that out.
That'd be cool. Yeah. I remember not knowing how to play the guitar very well, and wanting this big, giant, awesome solo thing. And I listened to one of our old versions a couple nights ago with our buddy Pete, and I totally forgot about it. And then we listened to the real version, and it's pretty hilarious. I'm just so sloppy up and down the neck, like I don't know what I'm doing, and so I really had to learn how to play guitar to give this song actually any air underneath of it. So I remember in the Arvada house 10, 12 years ago, and trying to play it, trying to remember how to play it. You and I sat there for hours trying to remember how this whole song went, where the stops were and how things worked and where to go. And so, yeah, there was like 3 or 4 different like big jumps in that song and the development of it. Yeah, I'm going to guess 15, 16 years ago we did it.
Yeah.
You know, what's interesting about hearing that, and this is a good segue, is that even if we look just at the weekend of recording this song, the changes that were put in the accordion and the trumpet and adding to this, sound. If I look back 2 years before that, just knowing and hearing the song and forms, in the backyard, how much it changed.
Oh, sure, I bet.
Plus,
Yeah.
now we're hearing, I couldn't play guitar even when I wrote this damn thing. And 16 years later, here we are, some major changes, along with just time would have been some other experiences that have helped create the song.
Yeah. And I remember telling Mark when I wrote this song, I said, I want you to write a guitar part for it. Watch Warren Haynes play Cortez the Killer.
That's right.
With the Dave Matthews Band at Central Park. And that's the guitar I want you to pull out.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep, that's right. That's exactly what he said. And I absolutely watched it. There's elements of it for sure.
I don't see you bending the strings up there on the 14th fret, but
actually I did.
Did you?
I absolutely did. But not like Warren Haynes.
Oh man. No,
Yeah,
you did. You
man.
did so good. This song just turned into something I never dreamed it would actually turn into. And Matt, you mentioned the accordion and trumpet.
Oh my God.
I guess I'll bring up the night before we recorded this for the album. We were sitting in Mark's garage at the Sweet Ridge Groove Factory, and Joe had his accordion out, and I said, "Hey, can you play a B on that thing?" And he did it. And I'm like, "Okay." I don't remember and then a G and then an A and a D, and he did them all. And I'm like, "Okay, Matt, can you do that on the trumpet?" Or Zach, can you do that on the trumpet? And so he did it. And then we just sat there. We played it for about 5 minutes, and we went, "Okay, that's going on the album. That's the intro."
Yep.
When I think about it, the title track Gleam, the opening track lines, both of them, and this is probably how it gets confused in my feeble brain, really embody this whole process that we're going to get into over the coming weeks of where these songs have come from, how they've gotten here, what do they mean to us, this just collection of people, coming together, 15 people in 3 different studios over the span of how long?
18 months.
18 months. I mean, just that. Yep. Anyone that's going to hear this and is, done this is going to be like, geez, that sounds horrible, because they know the process. But the people that were involved, and especially you two spearheading it, made it all so much fun, so creative, so collaborative. And, thank you. I'm so stoked to keep doing this. Kind of found a tuning fork moment.